Hello, this video will provide you a clear explanation of common data types in JavaScript. We will also discuss type of operator to check the data type of data. JavaScript has primitive data types and non-primitive data types. In primitive data types, there are string, number, boolean, null, undefined, symbol, and BigInt. In non-primitive data types, there are objects and arrays. We will discuss each data type step by step. The first data type is numbers. In JavaScript, numbers can be integers or floating point numbers. For example, let age is equal to 25. This is an example of an integer. We can also represent floating point numbers like price is equal to 35.44. This is a floating point number. We can also print these values on the console.log price. JavaScript allows us to perform different arithmetic operations on these numbers or values. Like if I try to subtract some value from price, we can perform different operations like subtraction, addition, or multiplication on these numbers. We can check the range in which JavaScript can safely represent integers by number dot min-safe integer and number dot max-safe integer. This represents the minimum value that can be safely represented by JavaScript, and this represents the maximum integer value that can be safely represented by JavaScript. We can print these two on the console. Okay. So this is minimum min-safe integer and this is max-safe integer. If we have to deal with our number value which is greater or smaller than these values, we have to use BigInt. And beside regular numbers, we have special numbers like infinity and nan, which is not a number. If I try to divide some value by 0, it will be infinity. 1 divided by 0. So dividing 1 by 0 is infinity. And if I try to divide some string by number, it should be not a number nan. So JavaScript printed nan, which represents not a number, it is a unique number in JavaScript. The second data type is strings. Strings are used to represent text and these are enclosed in single or double quotes. For example, let name is equal to Sarah. This is a string, and we can also store some larger length values like string example. You can store names or different messages in string variables. And JavaScript strings are immutable. This means that once a string is created, it is not possible to modify it. Like message 0 is now representing A. But if I try to write, let me print this on the screen. A is printed on the screen. But if I try to update this value, like console message 0 is equal to something else like L, sorry, and again print message. So A is not replaced by L because JavaScript strings are immutable. We cannot modify these. We can reassign complete message variable to some other string like message is equal to I reassigned message variable. Now message value is changed to L. The third data type is Booleans. Boolean value can be true or false. In JavaScript we write true or false in small letters, and you don't have to put any quotation marks around these, because if you put quote, single or double, it will become a string. Booleans represent true or false values like let is student is equal to true, let is open is equal to false. These are two Boolean values. We use Booleans in conditional statements like if else statements or loops. For example, in while loop, we will learn about conditional statements and loops in next video. The fourth data type is objects. Objects are collection of key value pairs similar to dictionaries or maps in other languages. For example, let person is equal to, we have to declare object by curly braces, this first name, last name, age, so this person is an object. We created an object by curly braces and we put some key value pairs in person object, like first name is a key and its value is Sarah, last name is a key and its value is Adam, and age is a key and its value is 32. We can access these values like Sarah and Adam and 32 by these keys, like console.log person dot first name. It will print the first name on the console. In objects, only string or symbols can be object keys. If we use numbers, they will automatically convert it to strings. You can access object properties using dot notations, like here person dot first name is used to access the value of Sarah. We can also modify these values, like person dot first name is equal to first, just put it above this line. Now I updated the first name here and printed it here in line number 45. The name of the person is now changed. In JavaScript, objects are only mutable values. For example, you can change the value of first name or last name or age. The fifth data type is arrays. Arrays, you can understand arrays by value pairs in which keys are already assigned numbers, like let roads is equal to cherry. I wrote some values in a list in brackets like apple, banana and cherry, and this apple is at the index 0, the banana is at the index 1 and cherry is at the index 2. These indexes are already assigned to the list or arrays in JavaScript. If I add some other value here, this fruit will be at the index number 3. I can also access the value of banana by using its index. Index number 1 is representing banana, so banana is printed on the screen. If I change the index to 0, now it should be apple. The next one is undefined. In JavaScript, when a variable is declared but not assigned a value, it is undefined. For example, let I declared a variable but I did not assign it to any value. It should print undefined here, undefined. And the other one which is similar to undefined is null. Null represents the intentional absence of any object. For example, let empty value is equal to null. Symbols. Symbols type is used to create unique identifiers for objects. Like in object here, I declared the key with first name and then colon. This is a symbol, and mostly I use symbols to represent keys in the JavaScript. The next one is BigInt. The BigInt data type represents the whole number that are larger than 2 over 53 minus 1. This value. To form a BigInt literal number, you append the letter n at the end of the number. For example, let big val is equal to n. This is a BigInt value. We can also check the data type of this by console.log type of big val. So it is BigInt. Always remember, for BigInt literal, you have to append n at the end of the number. How to check data types of variables? I already checked the data type of big value here by TypeOf operator, like console.log 32. It should be a number. Here it is a number. If I put 34 in quotes, it will be a string. Here string. If I write true, it will be a boolean. Here boolean. JavaScript is a dynamic type language. It means that a variable does not associate with a type. In other words, a variable can hold a value of different types. Like, we can simply understand it by an example. I already defined age above. Let data is equal to 45. Now data is a string, data is a number. I can reassign data to string, and it is completely allowed in JavaScript. Understanding data types is crucial in JavaScript as it helps you work with different kinds of data effectively. There are multiple methods that JavaScript provides for each data type except null and undefined. We will learn about these methods when we are discussing each data type in detail. Thank you.